welcome to today's video. So
this is my pizza.
Is that your pizza?
My pizza.
Your pizza. Okay. So today is January 2nd. And I know if you watched our video back in November of last year when we talked about this trip.
We're not going to be at Disney until the 4th.
Right. I know.
Well, look behind us.
So the past couple days we have spent, when we were at Universal, we spent more time in our room than we did in the parks. We had pretty much done everything that we could do. And we were trying to decide what exactly we were going to do with our day this morning while we were eating breakfast. And
by lunch, we still hadn't decided.
Well, this was like at 9 o'clock. So we're trying to decide, do we want to get another one-day rental and go to Disney Springs? And just for kicks, grins, and giggles, I took a look at the DTA website, which is
Disney Travel Agent.
Right, Disney Travel Agent, looking to see what was available. And lo and behold, I found 2 nights for $265. And yes, we had already paid for those nights over at Universal, but when we checked out early, they said they'd be able to refund us for those nights, and we know that'll take
a few days.
6 to 8 weeks, roughly.
Yeah.
So we quickly packed. I mean, like, we were throwing things in suitcases.
I had one shoe in 2 different bags.
And in the middle of this comes the maid to clean our room, because over at Universal they do clean on a daily basis unless you put your door thing out that you don't.
The thing was out.
No, I had already moved it.
Okay.
So we got a lift, and this was my first time using a lift. I was
real nice gal.
Really nice gal. So we finished packing up. I filmed the room tour for our room at Endless Summer. Then we went downstairs and got an Uber or Lyft and came over here to Disney. So we got over here, we filmed the room tour, and then we kind of hung out. We kind of went through all of our luggage and found the stuff that we actually needed for today.
Like my magic band.
Yeah, like his magic band. Because we couldn't find the magic band.
But checking in, I got a really cool card.
Yeah, look at this card that he got. They have all the different characters, and they gave him that. So I'm like really jealous because I didn't have one because I had my magic band on.
Well, I found mine. But
yeah, but still, you still have it.
This really cool card.
So we came in and we got all of our rooms situated, and then we went to the food court and had lunch. I had the kids' cheeseburger, which was a cheeseburger, fries, and then you could pick either the Dasani smoothie or apple slices, and I got apple slices, and they still had have all of their toaster and stuff out, so I got a little thing of peanut butter to go with my apples, and a bottle of water, and you had the pulled pork sandwich.
That thing was massive.
Oh my gosh, and we'll insert photos of that.
Like $10.
Yeah. So we also got our mugs. You can see Sam's over here. They have a couple different designs.
This one has more your 90s Mickey.
And they have...
And then it's got...
Daisy, Donald, Moana.
Stitch over here in the corner.
So they have 2 different designs. They have this one, and then they have one that has kind of the newer Runaway Railway Mickey on it. And then they have the colors of gold and blue in each one. And mine is the blue. So mine looks exactly
the same design.
Yeah, only our lids are different. And handles. So we came back to the room and kind of chilled out for a little bit and decided to go check out the Christmas decor over at the Epcot Deluxe Resorts. But when we went over there,
like the boardwalks is already pretty well down.
We got a picture of the tree that's outside. Sorry, my arm's starting to get really tired. We got a the picture of the tree at the boardwalk that's outside, and a picture inside. And then the first thing we did is we went to studios. Wow, that is so much better. I actually went and got the tripod that was sitting over in the corner. So we went over to Hollywood Studios, and we were gonna take the boat over to the boardwalk yacht club, but the line was
the boats were off tonight. They were almost back to each other instead of separated like normal.
Yeah. So we ended up walking the walking path from studios over to boardwalk, and it took about 15 minutes from start to finish to go from point A to point B. And then
we weren't moving, but we were still moving at a decent pace.
Yeah. So, so we got over to the boardwalk. We took pictures there. Went over to Yacht Club. Took pictures there. And, like, I was, like, done. Like, you can see, like, we're really red from that walking path. And, like, there's no shade, really. And there's no, like, fans blowing. It just beats on you. But it was kind of interesting to see. They had they're kind of like yard signs out. And with notes of what goes there for marathon weekend, this coming weekend. So that was kind of cool to see. So we did the stuff at the resorts, and then we decided to get on a bus. We were trying to decide, are we going back to the resort? Are we going to Disney Springs? What are we doing? So I'm like, let's just go back to the resort. We can grab some dinner, relax, do maybe by the pool, whatnot. So we got on the bus at Yacht Club. Now, something that's different at the deluxe resorts, because we've experienced this at multiple resorts, than at the values, is that there's no line. There's no dedicated, this is for Magic Kingdom, this is for Studios, this is for Epcot. It's one spot. And everyone kind of converges onto the bus. It's like, whoa, people, we are all getting on the same bus.
That's one thing I like better about the values.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I like that you know where you're going. So we got on the bus and went to Animal Kingdom, and we walked all the way around from where it let off. And for Animal Kingdom, there's one bus, then it goes to Yacht Club, and then Beach Club, and then Boardwalk, and then to Animal Kingdom. So we were on the bus for quite a while. And then when we got to Animal Kingdom, movies and music is sharing a bus for a lot of things right now. So we sat on the bus for probably about 5 minutes or so before we left. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there. So we came back to All-Star Movies, and we were trying to decide what to do for dinner. And I had seen people walking around with these big pizza boxes, and I wanted to know how much a pizza was. It was $15 for a large pepperoni. They have pepperoni and they have cheese, and the pizza's really good.
It's not bad at all. It's pretty good.
And it's cut into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices, like a typical large. And you can get breadsticks, and where it's in the Majestic counter in the food court, and they will give you a buzzer, and you go pay, and then you pick up your pizza at the mobile order window. And we brought it back to our room. They have cheese and peppers and hot sauce and plates. They gave us plates too for our pizza. And we got some breadsticks. Yep, and we got breadsticks. And we spent less than $20 for the breadsticks and pizza. And we already have our mugs, and they're $20, and they say they're for your length of stay, but they're actually activated for 2 full weeks. So even if you have a split stay, you only have to get them at your first resort. When we first started coming to Disney, you could pick how long you wanted it activated for.
You could do 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and after that it was length of stay.
Right, and now it's one price. It was $20, and it's good for 2 weeks. Like I said, they'll say, oh, it's good for your length of stay, but it's good for 2 weeks. So just something to keep in mind. So from there, we are just chilling out in our room. We are planning to go watch the movie tonight by the pool, and Sundays is Descendants 3 right now. Also, they do it weather permitting. They have you can roast marshmallows, and apparently, and it said complimentary, so it's free of charge.
So we need to go check that out.
So we're gonna go check that out. Still got to finish my first slice of pizza. Mine was big, but so I folded it over. We'll see you in a little bit. No, somebody messing out one of their luggage cart anymore. So it's like randomly hanging out down here. So we are in 6. We are in Lovebug,
the same place we were
on our very first trip.
Yeah.
We are in 6712.
So on the end.
Yep. So here's our view. Oh, there's a theme park squirrel, and that way you can see we're in. Right, it's part of the Chip and Dale group. So they've got Herbie back out here. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not.
Say sometimes he's other places.
Yep, sometimes he's visiting.
He goes driving.
So,
around.
Yep. Okay, we want to come back up this way. We saw him getting ready to work with the s'more kit when we were taking our pizza to the room. So we are in this building right over here on the back. We can actually see part of All Star Music. It's a beautiful evening out. You can see the pretty sunset and the trees up there. And you can see we're going right up here where all the cast members are. All right, so we went over and checked out the campfire s'mores, and the complimentary part is the marshmallows, and excuse me, it runs from 5 to 6:30 every night. They do sell a s'mores kit. It is $6, and she said it's enough to make either one full s'more or 2 open face s'mores. So my suggestion is to bring your own items to make your own s'mores kits. That way you can pick the graham crackers and the chocolate and whatnot, and then get the marshmallows from them. That way you literally are getting a s'more, but not at their prices. So from the s'more, I'd say s'more, the roasted marshmallows. Sam didn't cook his, I cooked mine. We headed into the main building area for All-Star Movies and into the arcade. And just like in Pop Century, they do have some massage chairs. They have 4 of them right when you go in the door to the arcade and to the left. One wasn't working, and so we did $5 each, and it was about 12 and a half minutes. And it was very nice on the back, but it was put a lot of, it seemed like the leg ones were having some issues, because both Sam and I both said to each other that, the leg part was very uncomfortable. So I was like, ow, my legs. So we are now waiting for movie time. It is currently 6:15, and the movie does not start until 8. We'll see if we're still awake at 8. So we will catch up with you guys after bed. Alright, so once we got to Disney Springs, the first thing we did is we headed over to Chicken Guy, and we enjoyed lunch, and Sam had their fried pickles. Now, something you may not know about Sam is that he does not like fried pickles at all. But when we were at Chicken Guy in July, right on our Disney Springs day, I had him try one, and he gave me that, Lena, I don't want to try it, look. And I'm like, just try the pickle. He actually really liked the fried pickles. So, if Sam says he likes the fried pickle, it's a pretty good fried pickle. So, from there, we wandered around. We headed to the M&M store where Sam and I found the cutest sweaters. And all of the M&M Christmas stuff was half off. And they say he does exist. And they're kind of an ugly sweater. And we found the sizes that we needed. And so we are going to bring them back with us when we come on our trip in July. And take a couple nice pictures with Memory Maker and make that our Christmas photo for the year. So we wandered around and we found some of the trees from the tree trail, and we didn't know where to find one of the maps. Finally, a little while later, we did find one, but we wandered through the shops. We wandered through World of Disney, where I got this cute orange tank. I got one of the 50th anniversary reusable tote bags. We looked at some of the other merchandise, knowing that we were going to be back here later in the trip. And we headed over to Basin. We didn't cry this time. We both did a hand scrub, and that was wonderful. So after got out of Basin, we're like, okay, kind of what do we do? We've got a little bit of time before we head off to Give Kids a World. And so we decided to go wander around the monorail resorts. So we left our car in the parking garage and jumped on the bus to the Poly / Grand Floridian, because they do share a bus. The first stop is Poly and then Grand Floridian. We came in, we took some pictures, we got some photos from the Memory Maker. Photographers used my phone and took some pictures for us. We wanted to get some gingerbread. And I will insert a video of the box here right after this. But they were trying to get rid of the gingerbread, and because it was getting towards the end of the season. So we We ended up getting about $100 worth of gingerbread for $55. They had their normal box. They said it normally sells for $80, and it was on sale for $50, plus tax, so maybe $55. Plus, they were adding extra pieces into it, so it was really great. We got an extra chocolate ear-dipped Mickey and an extra shingle. That we dived into that later on. So I'll insert the clip of us showing you what's in the box right here. So after we left the Grand Floridian, we headed over to, we got on the monorail, and we had stopped at Magic Kingdom, had to stop at the Contemporary, but we were headed for the Poly. So we got off at the Poly and we looked at the Christmas decor there, but we had a mission. We were wanting dinner. And Sam, you want to tell them what we were getting?
Tacos.
Tell them again.
Tacos.
If you have never been to Trader Sam's, it's a really small bar area at the Poly. However, if you go outside and in back, there is kind of a patio, and you can get the same menu, not the same experience, but the same menu. It was an hour-and-a-half wait when we stopped by to check on time. We just went outside and grabbed a table. So we both had the Kahlua pork tacos, and it's these little street-sized tacos with shredded Kahlua pork and their coleslaw and
so
the jalapeno slice, and they are amazing. And Sam and I both had our own helping of those. We have shared them a couple times, and now it doesn't work well because you're having to figure out who's gonna cut the other one or bite the third one in half, and you're like, is that actually half or did you take more? So we just got our own, and then we each got a couple drinks. We got the Skipper Sipper and their holiday drink, and the holiday drink had a little too much cinnamon in it for Sam, so he drank the other one. It was very, very cinnamon. You could taste the cinnamon quite a bit. So after we finished our dinner, we headed back to Disney Springs. We went over to Sephora because I needed an eyeliner because the one that I had just wasn't working out for me. from there, we got back in the car, and I'm going to let past me take it away. All right, so we had planned to go down to Disney Springs. However, by the time we got down there was the bus had just left, and it was showing 30 minutes until the next bus came. And this was like about 7:30, and Sam and I are like, you know what, we're just going to call it a day. Sam grabbed our mugs and our gift card and went to the food court and refilled our drinks for the night and got me a Mickey Mouse Christmas treat. So that's what we're going to enjoy here. Sam's taking a shower before bed, and so we will see you guys tomorrow for a whole nother day. Bye, guys.